Thank you. Thank you so much for being here and for your very powerful testimony. And please be assured that we all stand with you, with the people of Ukraine, and with all of those victims of war crimes for whom you are seeking justice. And I know that many of those war crimes victims and survivors are women, particularly when it comes to sexual violence. But I also know that women in Ukraine are agents of change. And I would just wonder if you could talk a little bit about to what extent Ukrainian women are participating in the documentation, but also participating in other ways in order to win the fight against Putin's Russia.
Thank you for this question. I know enormous amount of fantastic women in different fields of Ukrainian society. 60,000 of Ukrainian women joined Ukraine Armed Forces. Ukrainian women take important political decisions. Ukrainian women coordinate civil initiatives. Ukrainian women document war crimes. Women are in the far front of this battle for freedom and for democracy because bravery has no gender. And from this gender perspective, it's very visible the value dimension of this war. Because in democratic countries, women can play any role they want in family and society. But in Russia and in autocracies, women play only a assigned role for them in families and societies. And this is a basis for the authoritarian regime, because established relationship between people and society always reflect how government behave towards its own people. So to be clear, in this fight with Russia, we are Ukrainian women are fighting for our daughters. We want that our daughters will never face the situations that they have to prove someone that they are also human beings.
Thank you so much. I think that is extremely, extremely powerful. And I just want to comment on something that you said, because we know that your organization that you lead, and therefore you, are a Nobel Peace Prize laureate. And at the same time, you're here before our committee asking for weapons. And that can sometimes seem discordant. But I wonder if you could explain what peace means to you and to the people of Ukraine, and why it is that you're here today, rightly, I think, asking for the weapons that you need in this fight in order to restore the peace.
I think that the problem is that sometimes international community don't define the words peace properly, because peace means freedom to live without fear of violence and have a long-term perspective of future. And this is something which we now haven't in Ukraine, being under Russian attack. And I, as a human rights lawyer, have no legal instruments which I can use to stop Russian atrocities. Russian troops are deliberately shelling residential buildings, schools, churches, museums, and hospitals. They attack evacuation corridors. They torturing people in infiltration camps. They forcibly taking Ukrainian children to Russia. They are abducting, robbing, raping, and killing civilians in the occupied territories. And the entire international system of peace and security can't stop this. So that's why I'm in this position. When someone asks me how to protect people in Ukraine, I have to answer, give Ukraine weapons. But as a human rights lawyer, I do believe that it's temporary, that we will be able to restore international order with legitimate force. We will be able to demonstrate justice and break the circle of impunity which Russia enjoyed for decades in Chechnya, in Moldova, in Georgia, in Mali, in Libya, in Syria. We will be able to provide peace in our part of the world.
You are indeed fighting for peace for all of us, for all of the democratic world, and we are very, very thankful to you, and we support you in that. Just a very quick question about what it is that you need most. I can only imagine that the task of documenting is enormous. What is it specifically that you would need most from us in terms of direct support to be able to do that?
Ukrainian office.
Within 25 seconds, please.
Okay. We need professional on the ground, not just trainings and consultants, because we have to investigate 130,000 criminal proceedings for current moment.